Welcome, Munchkins and viewers alike. It's me, Munchie, and today I have kind of a yikes video. We are looking at Craigslist posts. So I've been building up a lot of Craigslist ads I've seen that are considered to be cringeworthy, as well as I am just going to probably hate this because I hate to see animals get neglected because of negligence or just because the person just doesn't care about the animal. And sometimes you may see what looks like to be a breeder and or flipper. If anybody knows about flippers, I've talked about them before. They will try to take an animal, a free to good home animal, and then flip it around for profit, and a lot of the times they just do not care about the animal's well-being, try to flip it as soon as possible to get as much money without having to feed the animal, care for its needs, etc. It's pretty bad. So we're just gonna dive into the ones that I've recently saved, and I do want to give a shout out to Maddie Smith because I recently watched one of her videos where she talks about the same thing, and I thought that's pretty cool because I was going to make a video about it. And so shout out to her there. Definitely go watch that video. I got my handy dandy laptop here, so let's just dive right into the chaos. Free hamster, JBLM. Don't know where that is, but 2 male hamsters with cage and bedding will trade for a kitten younger than 5 months. That's not free hamster then. That is disgusting that somebody wants to trade for a kitten. Oh my god. This is not Pokemon, where you can willingly trade Pokemon to people who are interested in a specific type of Pokemon. A teddy bear hamster with cage, $50. I don't have time to take care of my hamster Stella anymore. She is the best hamster. Very friendly and loving, great for any family. I don't know how old she is, but I just got her at the pet store a month ago. Cannot take care of hamster anymore. I've had her for a month. What? This right here, this is an impulse buy. This I am so infuriated with. I do not like this. Stop impulse buying pets. Hashtag stop impulse buying pets. This is ridiculous. If you simply cannot take care of an animal, do not go out there, purchase that animal, and then rehome it a month or two later. This is a good example of listings I've seen recently that I forgot to screenshot because I was like, oh, maybe I should make a video about it right after the listing's completely gone and or removed. But this right here I see so often, but usually I do not see them after a month. I usually see them 2 to 4 months where they're like, oh, we thought that we can care for her, we just can't. I don't have time to take care of my hamster anymore. That's the number one. I don't have time. And I don't have time equals I don't really want to care for it, or I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So that right there is terrible, but at the same time, you see a price tag of $50. I don't know if that is going to break even with what they purchase here. Sometimes I like to go and see what's in the cage, see how much their food is, blah, 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 see how much the hamster is, and try to add it all up. I've seen people on here that claim they're rehoming their animal and they're trying to get all of their money back. You can, if anybody is at a pet store, within 60 days with the receipt, can return said animal as well as all of its belongings and get your money back. I mean, I don't want you to, but if you're gonna be an impulse buyer, I don't want you to. I want you to do the smart and the right thing. $50 for both female hamsters with their cages. Now the second cage is the cage that I'm most cringing about because that right there is a freaking Syrian, a female Syrian, don't know what age, in a carrion cage. Now carrion cages are so small and they are only supposed to be transport cages. They are not supposed to be living in that. That is a nightmare. Oh, that poor Syrian. Now this isn't even Craigslist. I saved this one because I was so distraught by it, and I really cannot believe that people are this ignorant about their animal welfare and the care of their hamster. What causes a hamster to just up and die? As in I put, great start. A new little hamster in a cage with 3 other hamsters I've had forever, and my 3 hamsters died, but the new one lived. And so thinking nothing of it is put the same new baby hamster in with my son's hamsters, and they die, but same damn little one is still alive. Period. Can this be a disease? And if so, why is the same small hamster alive and the rest die? You're a mother to a child, and this is your responsibility here. A lot of the times parents don't understand that if you buy an animal for a child, that's not your child's responsibility. On top of it, it's your responsibility to have your child be responsible, know how responsible your child is in the first place, and if anything were to go south, like your child got bored, doesn't want anymore, you need to be the responsible one and do your research and know how to probably take care of it. This is just so sad. 3 hamsters had to die because mother decided to go on forums instead of just using common sense and looking up hamster care and seeing that hamsters are solitary animals. However, she didn't list if it was a Syrian or a dwarf. It does sound like a dwarf if they had 3 previous hamsters all coexisting together just fine. It does sound like it was possibly all from the same litter of dwarfs. However, I don't know what size cage they had, but adding a new hamster into an environment like that, oh my god, ugh. This was 2 years ago when you had that information on the internet and you choose to leave a very weird comment on a forum. Oh my god. Alright, here's one in Animal Classifieds. Even though it's not on Craigslist, it's in Animal Classifieds. Need to find a new home for our just turned 1 Labradoodle, Oliver. Unfortunately, my husband is severely allergic even though Oliver does not shed. He is current on all shots, worming and rabies, crate trained and housebroken. He just turned 1 today. I don't need grooming advice, just a new home for him. His hair type is tight curly wool. Now, this person actually has recently posted, and I don't know if I could find it, but this dog is severely matted, and everybody in this Animal Classifieds Oregon Washington group was commenting, you need to get your dog groomed, that is severe matting, and she claimed that she brushes her dog weekly, this is not matting, blah blah blah. And guess what, she took her post down, and about 3 weeks later she puts it back up, and guess what, the dog is shaved. Hallelujah, she listened. Because honestly, nobody understands what they're getting themselves into when you buy a Labradoodle. A Labradoodle requires constant grooming care, and a lot of the times you as a pet owner don't know which brushes you should be using, because sometimes if you use the wrong brush for your Labradoodle and or dog with different coat styles, it can actually mat them further. So my recommendations is going to a grooming salon periodically who knows how to groom Labradoodles and get your dog properly groomed and shaved. So sad to be saying this, but really do your research, know what you're getting yourself into, especially when it comes to different types of dogs with different types of grooming needs. If you really can't take care of your dog, which it looks like you're trying to rehome it because your husband's allergic.
Hey guys, so I have stuff to add to this story. Turns out the owner who was rehoming her Labradoodle actually made up a little fib. She was not rehoming because her husband was allergic. She was rehoming because she didn't like how big her dog was. Because right after she rehomed him, guess what she's doing on Classifieds? Looking for small, mini Labradoodles. There is no such thing as small and mini. You get a lab and a poodle, and those are really big, medium-sized dogs. I'm just gonna say this right here. This lady is trash. You're trash, honey. You're trash.
Alright, so this one was also part of the Oregon Washington Classifieds, but pretty much it's all the same thing. It's like Craigslist. This person says 2 gerbils with cage, $15. Do you guys see what's wrong with this picture? 1, those are not gerbils. Those are Roboroskis. 2, that is a carrion cage for 2 Roboroskis. When I tried to correct this guy saying, hey, could you please change your listing from gerbils to hamsters? Those are 2 different species. And recently with my experience, I actually picked up what they said was a gerbil, which in fact was a dwarf hamster. I fostered her. She's now in a nice loving home, but hamsters and gerbils are not the same. And unfortunately, this guy got so mad at me. They're like, okay, I didn't know you were a specialist in animals. The people who are interested should come and see them. That's not a big difference. Thank you. It's like, there is a completely big difference. You want to make sure when you're rehoming an animal, you list it correctly. If you don't put the proper wording in for the animal, like say the animal species, nobody's gonna find it. They're just gonna scroll on through. Wording is important because 2 different species, 2 different needs. Oh my dear Lord. Hamsters. Our hamster gave birth and we are giving away 10 baby hamsters. So when I inquired about these hamsters, what the owner said was they were just born and they're just getting rid of them. They were just born. You can't get rid of baby hamsters. What are you doing? And guess what, guys? It turns out they didn't want to provide me with any information. I was asking questions and it sounded like they just were very inexperienced people. They probably bought 2 different sexes, threw them together, they had babies, and they're like, oh, surprise, we have babies. We're just gonna give them away. Yeah, you know, it's not like this is how life works. You put 2 opposites and then you get kids. Yeah, that's how it works. So I actually found out later from another person in my same rehoming group that inquired about them. Later found out because they stopped talking to me after a bit. I was very nice with them. I was just asking questions and they just got really, I don't know what. But they said that all the hamsters died. I wonder why. Orange and white male Syrian hamster found. I found a small Syrian hamster in a pink makeup bag next to the door of the Subway restaurant by the ferry terminal on the waterfront in downtown Seattle. The hamster has been housed and is being cared for very well by me. I've also put quite a bit of money into this whole thing, but if this is your hamster, I will gladly return it to you after having a chat with you. I have a couple of questions. Yes, people will abandon their pets outside. They will think that A, they're gonna be fine, I'm gonna leave them outside, they're gonna be great. They're an invasive species that cannot thrive in America here. For the people literally dumping their animals in the wild in America, this is how we get invasive species that kill our natural ecosystem. Plus, you're just gonna be killing this hamster. I forgot where I put the screenshot, but I screenshot a person that said that if their friend hadn't told them to go post this ad on Craigslist, she would have released her guinea pig in the wild. And it's just negligence, it's impulse buying, it's people not caring, it stinks. So here we go. Free dwarf hamster. I'm not gonna even read it. You guys can clearly see what is currently in its cage. Cotton balls. Not the cotton balls you buy at pet stores. No. Cotton balls that are in the cage. By the way, both are bad. You do not want to be putting cotton balls in your hamster's enclosure. Why, Munchie? Well, by people doing research and having experiences being posted online, people have found out that cotton, the very fine cotton, can actually, when getting ingested to go move to their burrow and placed in their burrow, can get wrapped inside and can actually strangle and kill them from the inside. So that's why a lot of people don't recommend cotton, and this person has a ton of cotton balls. You can say that, well, thankfully it is big and, you know, the hamster doesn't look like it's interested, but at the same time, better safe than sorry. So that is all that I can find that I saved, but like I tell you, it is just crazy to see the amount of people posting really scary and disturbing stuff online. So thanks guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!